crypto, the notion that SEC Chairman Gary Gensler is quitting has swept Twitter. John Deaton, an attorney who is in favor of XRP, the majority of market observers expected Ripple to triumph the SEC. It's over now, thank God. Brad Garlinghouse, EO of Ripple Labs, was joined in celebration by the XRP community on the X platform. He explained how crucial it was for the firm to prevail and how challenging it had been thus far. "It's time to rejoice," says Keogh. Even if a protracted legal struggle has sapped all the allure of the native coin XRP. Today, the whole cryptocurrency industry, not just Ripple or XRP, earned a significant victory. Other digital assets, including as Cardano, Solana, Polygon, and ETH, are preparing for similar legal confrontations as the limelight turns. The celebration is more than just a show of support for Ripple Labs. It's also an opportunity to reflect on the future implications of the company's recent judicial victory. Legal precedent was established when a judge sided with Ripple in its argument that XRP is not a securities. This has taken place at a pivotal point in the industry's development. This demonstrates the need of well-defined guidelines for the development of the crypto sector. John Deaton shared his opinion. On September 29th, participants will converge in New York City for an event that will highlight the true strength of people and creative enterprises behind in defining the future of blockchain. This occurs when mainstream banks and investors become more interested in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Following Ripple's recent success with the SEC, cryptocurrency markets began to jig. The market as a whole is benefiting since the majority of currencies close the day higher. The party honoring Ripple Labs' court success is more than simply a symbolic gathering. It's also a chance to consider the larger consequences of that victory. Ripple's claim that XRP is not a security was upheld by the court, which may have far-reaching implications for how cryptocurrencies are regulated. The timing of this party is especially significant since it occurs at a turning point in the history of the sector. Traditional financial institutions, governments, and investors are all starting to take an interest in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. The achievements of Ripple Labs demonstrate the need of seeking regulatory clarification for the further development of the cryptocurrency industry. The expectation and energy at the victory celebration in New York City is through the roof. In addition to the celebrations, this event will serve as a reminder of the revolutionary potential of the committed people and leading enterprises that are paving the way for the future of blockchain technology. Ripple Labs has stated its dissatisfaction with the SEC's request for an interlocutory appeal in court, joined by its senior executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. Ripple claims that the present court verdict does not support an appeal and points to the SEC's selective regulation of the cryptocurrency sector. This selective approach raises questions about how the SEC implements the How I test, which determines whether a digital asset is a security or not. This discovery has far-reaching implications for the current court dispute. The SEC identifies no prejudice that it would suffer in being required to try the allegations that it brought and has maintained against Mr. Garlinghouse and Mr. Larson for nearly 3 years, according to a portion of the petition released by attorney James A. Key. Fallon, and the SEC refuses to recognize much alone remedy, the significant damage that additional delay will inflict the individual defendants. The SEC's half-hearted stay motion lacks legal, factual, and equitable basis. According to attorney Fred Rispoli, Judge Torres is unlikely to grant the SEC's motion. He claims that not only does the legal analysis back Ripple, but there's also serious worry about possible injury to people such as Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, rather than merely the firm. He compares this to the entitlement to a prompt trial in criminal matters. He goes on to say that the only way Judge Torres might certify the appeal is if she sees the matter as very political and wants not to get too engaged. In such a case, she may choose to refer it to the Second Circuit, enabling them to determine whether or not to grant the appeal, thereby putting the decision in their hands. According to Rispoli, Judge Torres does not support this technique. The SEC is requesting an interlocutory appeal, claiming that the Ripple case poses fundamental legal issues with far-reaching repercussions for the entire digital asset market. Ripple has countered with many arguments. In the midst of the legal saga between Ripple and the SEC, John Deaton, a legal champion for XRP investors, provides a ray of light. He reveals the legal complexities that might lead to a settlement between Ripple and the SEC. Deaton's insight comes at a critical juncture, the legal battle between Coinbase and the SEC. If the court rejects Coinbase's request, The regulatory environment for token sales, including XRP, might change substantially. A rejection like this would erode the SEC's power to appeal, pushing the agency toward a settlement with Ripple. Deaton believes that even if an appeal were viable, the agency's power would wane, making a settlement more appealing. Ripple has also not been idle. In a recent filing, it argued that the SEC had strayed from legal principles, particularly with regard to the Howey test for token sales. This development follows a positive July verdict for Ripple, which prompted numerous exchanges to consider relisting XRP. A settlement between Ripple and the SEC might not only pave the way for XRP, but it could also have an impact on the larger cryptocurrency industry, setting new precedents. If the move to dismiss is granted, the future for Ripple and Coinbase appears more bright. Such a decision would establish new precedents in the crypto industry, providing much-needed clarity and encouraging innovation. The crypto community breathed a sigh of relief when Ripple won a court case against the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Ripple Labs' EO Brad Garlinghouse used the X platform to talk about the company's history and the obstacles it's overcome. Beyond the obvious benefits to Ripple and the XRP coin, this win may serve as a precedent for other digital assets in their own fights with government regulators. After today, this is not just a win for Ripple or XRP. Today, the entire crypto industry has won half the battle, Garlinghouse remarked. As a result of Ripple's litigation setting a precedent, other big cryptocurrencies including Cardano, Solana, Polygon, and Ethereum are preparing for their own legal fights. The significance of the court agreeing with Ripple's position that XRP is not a security cannot be overstated. It establishes a standard at a time of unprecedented change in the Bitcoin market. The case's importance in introducing clear regulatory frameworks vital for the maturity of the crypto business was emphasized by John Deaton, a major voice in the crypto legal community. Ripple Labs is throwing a party on September 29 in New York. This isn't just a party. It's an opportunity to celebrate the people and forward, thanking businesses who have shaped the blockchain industry. It couldn't come at a better time, since traditional financial institutions and investors are only now beginning to see the game-changing potential of blockchain technology. Because of this, Ripple's legal victory has not only revitalized its own digital asset, but has also sparked a sector-wide discussion on the urgent need for consistent regulatory norms. The accompanying revelry is not limited to Ripple or XRP, but rather marks a watershed moment for the whole cryptocurrency industry. The move by Ripple to release 1 billion XRP from escrow has become the latest topic of discussion in the cryptocurrency industry. Over the course of 24 hours, the value of XRP dropped by over 3% due to this event. In a series of reports, popular cryptocurrency transaction tracking website Whale Alert highlighted these escrow practices. In a coordinated effort, 2 further transactions, escrow execution 12 and 13, released 500 million XRP into circulation. These deals were for a total of 1 billion XRP, or $204.02 million, USD, and $51 million USD. The mysterious memoranda that had fueled market speculation the previous month were noticeably absent from these deals. As of the time of this writing, Ripple has not re-escrowed any of the newly issued tokens, as is customary practice for the company. Last month, a similar release resulted in the restoration of 800 million XRP to escrow. In addition, not included in the latest release are the $10.01 million worth of XRP that Ripple sent to the Binance exchange immediately after the first escrow operations. These swings in price highlight the complicated connection between liquidity events and token worth, especially during market downturns. The crypto community is waiting with bated breath to see how Ripple's recent action may affect the future value of XRP.